1941, a state of war.
What General Vagon had called the Battle of France was over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin.
We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills.
Hey guys and gals, this is Alden at themossandcrate.com. I've got a pretty interesting FN high power here. This one was made in 1958. It's a pretty early production. You've got your internal extractor, and you can see the serial number there. And this was very recently imported out of Israel, which is why it has the Israeli Air Force emblem there. And then it has an interesting plaque on it with the date 1958, which we'll get to here in just a minute. So this pistol was presented to a Major General Dan Tolkowski upon his retirement. And that's actually what this little plaque is. And this was presented to him by his fellow officers. He was commander of the entire Israeli Air Force from, I believe, 1953 to 1958. And so he received this again upon his retirement. And Dan is an interesting person because he had volunteered for the British RAF in 1942, earning his wings in 1943. And he served both as a fighter pilot and a reconnaissance pilot, seeing action in the Mediterranean, Germany, France during the war. And post-war he served as a transport pilot before he left the RAF in 1946. And after his service in the RAF, he went back to Palestine. And of course, Dan Tolkowski is Jewish. And he helped found the Israeli Air Force. In fact, in 1948, before the Israeli Declaration of Independence, he was serving as a pilot in the Israeli War of Independence and helped bomb Egyptian targets during that conflict. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do this one-handed. So he went on to serve as the Inspector General of the IAF, and then the Chief of Staff for the Israeli Air Force IAF. And finally, he was made commander of the entire Israeli Air Force in 1953, served through 1958, which included being commander of the Air Force during the Suez Crisis. And he's actually still alive today. And he still holds the rank of Major General retired. I'm actually going to link to his Wikipedia in the description if you'd like to check that out. And this was actually imported because in Israel, contrary to popular belief, they actually have some pretty strict gun laws. I believe they have a one-handgun policy, meaning you can only own one handgun at a time. I imagine this went to someone in his family, and they decided they wanted something newer, and yeah, ended up getting imported here. You can see the import marking on the bottom. And it's a really cool piece of history from a World War II vet who became the commander of the Israeli Air Force. Like I said, he's still alive today. So it'd be interesting if he or someone else in his family saw this video. And I should go ahead and point out this is not for sale. This is something for me, because I know that'll be the next question. When is it going up on the website? And it's not going to go up on the website. I just show and tell. So again, there it is. FN Browning high power 9mm 1958 vintage. Pretty darn good shape. Thanks for watching, guys. By the way, if you like that video, be sure to check out the video on my United Arab Republic FN high power contract gun, which I'll have another video up on that here pretty soon. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll get some more videos up here shortly.